What's the most horrific animal attack you can think of? Is it being mauled by a grizzly? Having your arms ripped off by an alpha gorilla? How about having your mind rewired and being eaten inside out by something a lot smaller? Parasites are nature's murderous psychopaths, and we've put together a list of the 10 most horrifying ones. You're welcome. Steel your stomachs, things are gonna get rough. Starting off at number 10. Guinea worm. Their larvae infect the water fleas that live in dirty drinking water. Then, humans drink the water, the fleas, and the larvae. The females grow to a monstrous 1 meter long, and they bore their way out through the skin on your legs, head, or abdomen. Ouch! Painful, chronic skin lesions turn into abnormal tunnels called fistulae that run through various parts of the skin. These become sites where new larvae hatch. Oh, yay! Number 9. Tongue-eating sea louse. This is one ruthless critter. After entering a fish's body through its gills, all juvenile sea lice grow up to be males. Then one turns into a female, and things get ugly. The female goes straight to the fish's tongue and sucks all the blood out of it. When the tongue falls off, like a real sicko, this 2.5 centimeter sea louse becomes the fish's tongue. That's messed up. It continues to feed off the mucus and blood inside the fish's mouth, and it even mates with male parasites. Nice. Transitioning to number 8. Candiru fish. The vampire fish, or candiru fish, of the Amazon basin uses backward-facing spines to latch onto a fish's lungs and other organs. Then it feeds on their blood. There are a few stories about candiru crawling up the urethras of men and women who bathe in rivers. But luckily, that's all they are. Just stories, with no scientific evidence to back them up. Slithering our way to number 7, human botfly. This large and hairy human botfly looks like a bumblebee and uses the human body as its private nursery. Its larvae live under your skin for 5 to 12 weeks, feeding on your blood. That causes your skin to erupt into hard, painful lesions. When they're ready to pupate, human botflies crawl out of your body and into the soil. The botfly plans its invasion meticulously. It attaches its eggs to a blood-sucking mosquito or insect, and they hatch when the mosquito bites you. The larvae enter your skin through the bite wound. Sneaking our way to number 6. Loa loa. When you can feel this parasite wriggling beneath your cornea and other people can see it, that's good news. Wait, what? You now know it's there, and a surgeon can remove it before it reaches your brain. Otherwise, the loa loa or African eyeworm can travel through your body tissues undetected for 17 years. You'll itch and swell all over, and you're constantly at risk of brain damage. Wishing we were dead all the way to number 5. Cordyceps fungus. Here's an evil critter that likes to zombify foraging ants. The cordyceps fungus hijacks the ant's nervous system to take over all muscle control. It makes the ant quit its nest and move to a humid microclimate better suited for the fungus to grow in. Disoriented, the ant sleepwalks its way to the edge of a leaf or plant stem 25 centimeters off the ground, with the fungus still feeding on the ant's insides. In a few days, the fungus fruits and blooms through the ant's head. Then it spreads its spores through the wind to find its next victim. Mindlessly heading to number 4? Eye-inflating flatworm. Here's another ruthless body snatcher. The eye-inflating flatworm fills the body of a snail with its larvae, right up to the eyeballs. And I mean that literally. Once it's filled with larvae, the snail's eye stalks glow neon green and orange to mimic caterpillars. The worm's plan is to trick birds into picking at the snail's eye stalks so the worm can get free passage into the gut of a bird, where it likes to reproduce. The good news is that snails can regrow their eye stalks if the rest of their bodies escape the bird's attack. Vomiting all the way to number 3, tapeworms. Here's a life-threatening heavyweight. Tapeworms can form cysts in your body and damage your liver, eyes, heart, and muscles. They can also affect your brain, causing seizures. If that scares you, make sure the meat you eat is fully cooked. Tapeworm eggs or larvae can enter your body when you eat undercooked meat from an infected animal. If a tapeworm does make it into your system, you better get it out soon. Adult tapeworms can live for up to 30 years inside your body and grow up to 25 meters long. Gorging ourselves to number 2, filarial worms. Like the worst villains, this parasite likes to catch its victims young. Filarial worms infect children and cause the horribly disfiguring and painful disease elephantiasis. As immature larvae circulate in your blood, they damage your lymphatic system and kidneys. As the infection spreads, your skin hardens and thickens and your limbs get enlarged. Living with elephantiasis can have serious consequences for your social life and your work life. And finally, we have our winner. Number 1, Australian paralysis tick. This is as gory as a tick bite gets. After this tick sinks its teeth into your skin, it injects you with its anticoagulating saliva. You can see the tick fatten up as it feasts on your blood. If you're really unlucky, the tick could stay long enough to release a neurotoxin that messes up your nervous system and causes tick paralysis. The symptoms are rashes, fever, sensitivity to light, unsteady gait, muscle pain, and weakening of your diaphragm. You could die from respiratory failure. Oh my God, I totally have it. That wraps up our list of the most horrifying parasites on Earth. Which one grossed you out the most? And if these didn't scratch your itch, we have another video all about ticks, squirming in your eyes and paralyzing you in a single bite. That's what some parasites do, and that's what makes them crazy creatures.